Hello, Capricorn. How are you? Welcome. I hope you're doing very, very well. Capri, let's see how your energies will be for April 2026. We're going to do a general reading. Let's see where the energy will be concentrated. Remember that we'll be looking at the details in the new videos I upload to the channel, so stay tuned. This reading applies to everyone who has their sun, rising, moon, or Venus in the sign of Capricorn. Capri, if you want, you can follow me on my other TikTok accounts, and that's where I'll be uploading new content. If you need a personal consultation with me, you can write to the email shown on the screen, and I will be sending you all the information you need. And note that 3 phone lines have been activated for Argentina, Spain, and the rest of the world, where you will be able to contact a tarot service 24 hours a day. You will be able to contact my team of tarot readers who will be answering all your questions instantly. We are going to channel a message for the sign of Capricorn, April 2026. This begins with the 4 of Pentacles. We have the 7 of Cups. We have the World. Themes of, I sense detachment, right? 2 of Cups. All right. Capricorn, this was very focused on something that has to do with a connection, with a person, a relationship. It could be your partner. But it's a very close relationship you have with someone. I feel like it could be a romantic relationship. What's going on? I feel like this is a month where you'll be working on issues related to emotional attachments. Attachments, for example, can show up as control. This is sometimes like getting too involved in the other person, in the other person's life, right? It's like, it can also be protection, right? And sometimes overprotection, right? Like there's a sense that this person belongs to you. Now, what's the key to all of this? What the energy is telling you is that this month you'll have the chance to put an end to these attachments. Here, these attachments are toxic, right? I mean, when certain behaviors are taken to excess or to the extreme, like, I control the other person too much. I'm too attached to the other person. Why does all this happen? Because there's a constant search, either for validation or a constant search for security. Because deep down, I really feel insecure. And not because the other person has done something, but this is already entering the realm of your unconscious, of your imagination. Also from assumptions. So I feel that you have a lot of thoughts, a lot of emotions. There are things there that aren't true, that many times the mind starts to imagine, to create situations that have nothing to do with reality. And this is like thinking, for example, that this person is going somewhere and tells you they're going somewhere, and you think they're going somewhere else. Like that constant feeling that they're not telling me the truth, that they're not being honest, that there's something here that feels strange to me. So the mind creates situations that, as we see here, aren't real. So as a response, you look for more stability and cling even more to the other person. Or maybe you start to control certain, situations. So one of the topics that will be very present in relationships, emotional, romantic, or couple matters this month is the issue of attachment and security. I feel that you here with the world have the possibility to put an end to this situation, like saying, I feel that this, I also feel this today since it's very trendy, everything related to, well, I don't know if it's trendy, but anyway. Well, it's a label they've put on certain types of attachments in relationships. One is anxious attachment, the other is avoidant attachment. The person who becomes attached to the other person out of anxiety and needs that constant validation. Meanwhile, someone with avoidant attachment pulls away when things feel too intense. But it doesn't mean the end of the relationship either. It just means they need some space. So a dynamic is created between them, and they are different types of attachment. That's why I feel this is one of the main issues that will be worked on in the relationship. A lot of the time, attachment styles and these behaviors too, like anxiety or constantly seeking security, affect relationships, right? And the other person also feels the weight of that energy, right? So I feel like all of this is telling you, Capri, let's break free from this pattern. How can you let go of this attitude? By calming your mind, clearing it, seeing the other person as they are. Not as an illusion. Not seeing them behind a, how can I say this, not to distort reality. The important thing is also to find security within oneself, in yourself, in what you can give, okay? In order to have stability with another person. So it seems to me that this is coming to an end, and you are going to be freeing yourself from all this burden. Or say, I can't live with these thoughts or these repetitive patterns anymore. I feel like this isn't benefiting the relationship. It's making me more insecure, uneasy. So it's like, this is the month when you say, enough. This is as far as it goes. And this, of course, can lead to a new dynamic in the relationship. It can really strengthen the bond. And you start connecting with the other person from a different place. Let's see what else we have. Dear Capri, it's also important that the wishes you have, the ones you want to see come true in your life, you let them go. Don't get attached to the outcome. Don't try to control the outcome. Don't be constantly waiting for something. If I don't want this, well, I let it go. I let it go so it can manifest. April 2026. Capricorn. You have justice here, the sun. The Ten of Cups. How the energy has changed here, the Hanged Man. Yeah. Let's see, these thoughts, desires, and emotions are going to be exposed. And a great need to reorganize yourself. It's like this is the month where there will be, I see this as a time of withdrawal, a moment alone, a moment of meditation, of questioning, to say this is no longer working in my life. I don't want to repeat this pattern anymore. This is no longer necessary. I have to let this go, and I have to release it. Let it go to live better, or let it go to have a different kind of relationship with my partner. But order always starts from within. Balance, like putting things in their place, accepting something, accepting what is happening, accepting certain attitudes, and making a firm decision here. That is, I can't express my emotions, and I can't express my love or feelings to the person I love in this way, because I feel it could harm the relationship, and it also hurts me. It creates states of anxiety, nervousness, obsession, compulsion, and so on. So, there's a very serious decision to be made here. That's going to change the course of a bond, of a relationship. And I feel that this decision you make, first, that's why I say take some time for yourself, some time alone to be able to see this, to be able to see it from the outside, to be able to question it, and say how great it would be and how well I would live without this pattern, without this burden, without this weight, without this confusion, without these thoughts, to put an end to it. Let the relationship flow in a natural way, in a different way. So what I feel is that when you make the decision, you will really start to feel pleasure, well-being, and satisfaction. Not only you on a personal level, but also with your partner. So That's when you'll realize that it was necessary to let that go. Let go of that repetition. Let go of that way of relating as well. And embrace the new. Embrace something bigger, right? Like connect from a totally different place. I feel the love, the happiness between you two. It's a month where after this decision, it's going to start expanding a lot. I see a lot of expansion and growth in love and in the relationship this month. With plans for the future, and maybe with a project. Let's see what else we have. We see Dear Capricorn, decorate. Capri, it can also be a great month of pure creativity for your life. Connect with what you like, what you're passionate about, what attracts you. You are going to shine this month. I see you all as very radiant and very happy, huh? Capricorn, April 2026. You have the Lovers, the Nine of Cups, wow, and the Magician. Over here we have the Seven of Swords, all right? Capri, there's no doubt that love does shine. And that's why what we're seeing here is the beginning of a new stage, right? And this is because of what we've talked about. To start enjoying love, pleasure, satisfaction, and being in a relationship, it's a much higher place. To make that decision to commit, that decision to move, it could also be about starting a family. Here, there's a real future with someone. There might be an important conversation, an important decision, or an important step that confirms this decision. I see the relationship will change significantly, and the relationship is going to deepen to a whole new level. I feel like it's a month of big decisions in your love life. Now, Capri. Don't hide from the truth. Don't hide from the evidence. Don't hide from what you feel. Don't hide or avoid this, right? Like, well, I'll leave this for later. No, I feel that change is necessary. The evidence is going to be overwhelming. There's no place here to hide. There's no place here to avoid making a decision or to avoid your feelings or to recognize a pattern or something that kept repeating. I feel like it's a month of great pleasure, a lot of satisfaction, especially as a couple, of fulfilling those desires. And there's a very important potential for manifesting desires this month. It's like what you've dreamed of becomes real. It manifests. There's something magical on an emotional level this month. But all of this is also because of what you've brought to a close. The theme of closure is pretty strong. Emotional closure. What you're freeing yourself from. Maybe this also has to do with freeing yourself from repetitive patterns you've inherited from your family that aren't yours, that maybe you saw when you were a child from your parents, right? And this has repeated itself. It's like you've become aware of this. You've also become aware of your future, of your happiness, of how much you've changed as well, and of the opportunity that life is giving you this month. So I see a month full of brightness and a month full of pleasure. Let's draw one more card. Dear Capricorn, April 2026. You still have the Hermit here. Okay. This has a lot to do with questioning the truth. This is the opportunity this month to do that inner work, to illuminate your subconscious, to shed light on the darkness. Maybe it's also a good month for therapy, to connect with someone mature, with a professional, or someone who can help and guide you to understand the root of something, right? The root of a recurring pattern. So when you shed light on what was hidden, it gets exposed. It becomes visible, and it gets released.
Mm.
Let's see. Let's see which major arcana card will be accompanying you. Anyway, there are several major arcana that have come up. So I feel that you're reading this month of April. It's super powerful. It's really strong and intense. Capricorn, April 2026. And here you have the Devil card, as if there wasn't enough intensity already. That intensity is coming from the Devil card, but it does connect with many things we've talked about exploring this topic, about illuminating the shadow. It's a very strong theme about what the shadow is telling you. When it comes to attachment, we've talked about the issue of control, attachment to a person, maybe emotional dependence. Start to shed light on all of this. And once this shadow is exposed, once it's illuminated, it can then be integrated. That's when you'll gain personal power over this shadow, and you will no longer allow this shadow to influence you with thoughts, with emotions, with anxieties, with worries. Okay, it's an inner work. Dear Capricorn, this is what we've seen for all of you. Have a beautiful April, and I'll see you here next time.